Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today, as you know, we are discussing in these days Constitution of 1973 with special reference to federalism. Total lectures of this series are 5. The first and second are conceptual and theoretical, which has been delivered, while the next 3 are operational. Today, we will discuss the lecture 3 of series of 5 lecture. In this, we will discuss the federal structure provided in the Constitution of 1973, form of government provided in the Constitution of 1973, and distribution of powers between central and provincial governments. First and foremost thing is that the Constitution of 1973 is a written constitution, which is always essential for successful operation of a federation. So the second thing, Pakistan is declared a federation. Its territories are also declared in the Constitution of 1973. Constitution in introduction clause 1 reads as, Pakistan shall be a federal republic to be known as the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, hereinafter referred to as Pakistan. Article 1, Clause 2. The territories of Pakistan shall comprise Article 1, Clause 2, Subclause A, the provinces of Balochistan, the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the Punjab and Sindh, 4 provinces. Subclause B, the Islamabad Capital Territory, hereinafter referred to as the Federal Capital. And subclass C, such states and territories as are or may be included in Pakistan. Such states and territories as are or may be included in Pakistan, comma, whether by accession or otherwise. And it is also declared in the Article 1 as well, the Majlis-e-Shura Parliament may by law admit into the Federation new states or areas on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. So, the second important thing is, for the smooth operation of the Federation, Constitution of 1973 adopted the system of bicameral legislature. It is always considered the best device to satisfy the component unit because in this there are two houses. One house always represents the provinces, and provinces are given proper weightage and representation in the upper house. Through their representation, they are empowered to influence the decision-making process. So, there are two houses, Senate and National Assembly. The Constitution 1973 provides bicameral legislature, Majlis-e-Shura, comprised by National Assembly, Senate, and the President. So, the Senate, the federating units are provided equal representation in the Senate, while senators are elected by the respective legislators of the provincial assemblies on proportional basis. C. Reasonable powers are provided to the Senate. The Senate is not a powerless body as House of Lords. This is a powerful body. Reasonable powers has been given. Reasonable legislation and policy making formulation powers are given to the Senate. So, the next, the President represents the Federation. President represents the Federation. So is elected by the Electoral College, comprised by the members of the Senate, National Assembly, and provincial assemblies. Each provincial assembly has equal weight. So in this way, the provinces has been given weightage in election of the President. So the next, as far as Senate is concerned, Part 3, Chapter 2, Constitution 1973 elaborates the representation and system of representation of the in the Constitution of 1973. The Senate shall consist of 14, as I discussed, Part 3, Chapter 2 of Constitution of 1973. So 1. The Senate shall consist of subclass A. 14 shall be elected by the members of each provincial assembly. 14 shall be elected by the members of each provincial assembly. Subclass B. 2 on general seats and 1 woman and 1 technocrat, including ILM, shall be elected from the federal capital in such manners as the President may, by order, prescribe. So these seats will be elected by the National Assembly normally. 4 women shall be elected by the members of each provincial assembly. Each provincial assembly, 4 women shall be elected by the members of each provincial assembly. Subclass D. 4 technocrats, including ulama, shall be elected by the members of each provincial assembly, and 4 non-Muslims, 1 from each province, shall be elected by the members of each provincial assembly. As you know, this is very clear about these clauses of the Constitution, that number 1, all provinces are given equal representation in the Senate, Number 2, the women are given representation in the Senate, and each province will elect the 4 women. It means the 16 women from the provinces will go to the Senate. There's a big number. So technocrats. So these seats are also reserved for the technocrats and ulama. They will. They also will be elected by the provinces. For non-Muslims, non-Muslims are also provided reasonable representation in the Senate. So there are 4 seats, and these 4 seats, one non-Muslim will be elected by each province. So this is the segmentation of the seats in the Senate. The next is very important, that is distribution of powers. List of powers. Part 5th of the Constitution, relations between Federation and provinces. Part 5th of the Constitution, relations between the Federation and provinces, between the central government and the provinces. Chapter 1 of the Part 5th, distribution of legislative powers. So, Chapter 1, Part 5th, Article 141 reads as, extent of federal and provincial laws subject to the Constitution, comma, Majlis-e-Shura Parliament may make laws, including laws having extraterritorial operation for the whole or any part of Pakistan, comma, and a provincial assemblies or provincial assembly may make laws for the province or any part of thereof. So, it is very clear the central government is empowered to make laws for whole country, and that will be implemented in whole countries, and provinces are empowered to legislate in their respective list, and that will be for their province. So the detail of the federal and concurrent list can be seen in the part 5th of the schedule 5th part 1. It is also important to discuss, in the original constitution of 1973 there were 2 lists, federal and legislative, federal and concurrent list, and residuary powers were left undecided, although they were given to the provinces, but the center and province both were entitled to make law. That is another discussion. So in the concurrent list, federal, central government and provincial government both were entitled to legislate. If any law is legislated by a province or by more than one province and legislature and the central parliament at the same time, the law of the central government or the law of the parliament prevail. But in 18th amendment, this concurrent list has been abolished. By abolishing this list, now the This power has been shifted to the provinces. These powers has been shifted to the provinces. Next we will say how these are accommodated in the Constitution 1973. So Article 142. Article 142, extent of federal and provincial laws subject to the Constitution. Subclass A. Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall have exclusive powers to make laws. Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall have exclusive power to make laws with respect to any matter in the federal legislative list. So, subclass B, Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament and Provincial Assembly shall have power to make laws with respect to criminal laws, criminal procedure and evidence. Both can legislate. Subclass C. Subject to paragraph B, a provincial assembly shall and Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall not. Subclass C, subject to paragraph B, a provincial assembly shall, comma, a provincial assembly shall, comma, very important, comma is very important here, and Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall not, and Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall not, comma, it is very important here as well, have power to make laws with respect to any matter not enumerated in the federal legislative list. Not enumerated in the federal legislative list. D. Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall have exclusive power. Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall have exclusive power to make laws with respect to all matters pertaining to such areas in the Federation as are not included in any province. Majlis-e-Shura, Parliament shall have exclusive powers to make laws with respect to all matters pertaining to such areas in the Federation as are not included in any province. So, these are three aspects of the federalism which I discussed here. If you have any question, you can ask, and you can ask through the WhatsApp system as well. In the next lecture, we will discuss the mechanism, necessary institution and judiciary in the Constitution of 1973, how much they protect the federalism. Thank you very much.